Yeah, so today we are going to discuss about record producer, just like a catalog item only. Write it down, record producer. Write it down. A record producer is a form. A record producer is a form within the service catalog. Within the service catalog, which is used to generate a task record, or a data record. Generate a task record or data record. I'll repeat again. A record producer is a form within service catalog which is used to generate a task record or a data record. Full stop. Next line. We can create a record producer for tables and database views that are in the same scope full stop. Full stop. Okay, so let us discuss about this. And if we have time, so I'm gonna cover about like an order guide as well. So order guide is also will come in the same line of a catalog item and the record producer. So if you are good with like in these two, if we have time, then I'll go with the order guide as well. Okay, so now let us discuss about like in record producer. So record producer is something just like a catalog item only. So there is a record producer called, let's say example, create incident, right? Or else rise an issue. So those things, whenever I'm going to create, or else whenever I'm going to generate a task record or a data record, then I can create a record producer. So don't get confused. If it is like a catalog item, I'm going to request something, right? Maybe like in hardware or software or getting an access. It depends on like in my request, it is going to get a services. Depending on like in my request, right? So in the same way, record producer is nothing but in the name itself, we have see record producer. We are going to produce records. We are going to generate a records, or else the data records are going to create. So that's how which we can say record producer. So in service portal, as we know about like an self-service opportunity, right? So where we can create records, or else where we can rise issues, or where we can create incidents. Okay, so that is nothing but record producer only. Okay, so record producer is something where whenever we are going to generate a records. Let's say I want to create a incident records. I just need to create like in one platform in a service portal. So whenever they here the end users, whenever they looked into like in the portal, they will find out this record producer and they will submit the form. As soon as they submit the form, one record will be generated. So here the record might be like in any table, not only incident records. So we can go ahead with like an any table records which we can create. Okay, so creating a record producer is something. So you are giving an access, or else you are giving an opportunity to create a records in our service now. Okay, so let me show you like a few of our record producers as examples. Okay, so there is a create incident is a one of a record producer, right? So if I go ahead with like and request something, okay, so can we help you? So see, you can find out whether this is a record producer or not. So the password is create incident. So this is for sure it is a record producer. Okay, so record producer is something we are going to, so as soon as whenever we give the details over here, okay, we are going to create a record. So now incident record will be generated, right? So see, this incident record is generated. But here it's not regarding about like in request record. Okay, so request is something different where we go ahead with like in catalog item. Okay, so task based thing is something else. You can go with like an incident, or you can go with like an SC task, you can go with like a problem change and everything. But as a practice, as a best practice, we can go with the incident, creating an incident, or else is there any other custom table you need to create something, then you can go with that as well. Okay, so let me go and show you like in how to create a record producer. So in a filter navigation, just give a record producer. So under service catalog, I have record producers, right? Just open this one. Okay, so I'm going to create for like an incident table to create like an, records by using like a record producer. So as an assignment, what you do, you take your demo, sorry, your custom table, whatever which you created, and you can go with that. Okay, so as of now, we do have like a record producers as like a 28 are there. Okay, so all these are record producers. Just click on new for, yeah, so it's like a loading. So just click on the new button to create a record producer. So the backend value of record producer is just like a catalog item, SC underscore cat underscore item, and extra will get underscore producer as well. Okay, so now see, just give the name and in which table you're going to do ahead, and whatever the options which is available in catalog item. Okay, so 90% of options will be available even here too, even in order guide as well, as I told you. If we have time, we'll discuss that as well today. If not, tomorrow. Okay, so now let us go ahead with like in one by one. So the name. So name you can go with like in anything. Let's say I'm going ahead with rise an incident, rise an issue. So if you have facing any issue, so you can rise your issue by creating an incident record. Okay, but as a default, we have a create incident. Okay, so I was just changing the name of that, and then select the table on which table you're going to implement this record producer. Just type the incident. Okay, and all these things which we discussed already yesterday's class, right? In catalog item. So state, we do have like a state and checkout as well, and owner, it is a by default, it will be like a system administrator, and we know about active and application as well. Okay, so now see, there is like in what it will contain and accessibility, and there is a generate record data and portal settings. Let me go with like in one by one. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead with like in the existing one, instead of like in typing and taking a lot of time actually. So what I'll do, I will copy paste the data. So also whenever you are going and creating it in your project, so they are going to provide you clear cut data regarding this one. Okay, so full details which they will provide you, but as of now I'm just giving this short description and description as from here. Okay, so now if I go down, see here, there is a meta. So meta, what is meta actually? Yesterday we discussed, right?
Search results.
Yes, exactly. Search results. So the keywords, the search keywords which I can say. Okay, so here you can go ahead with like an anything, create incident, rise issue. Okay, form submit or else complaint or anything which you can add, even the metadata also which they'll provide. Okay, and here's the redirect to. So this is what something decides where to land after record creation. Works for service portal as well. See, generate task record and catalog homepage. So it's nothing but something after submitting the form, so it is coming up in the same page, right? So can generate record, it is coming up, right? So this is what something which we have clicked on generate task record. So if I click on like in catalog homepage, well, as soon as I click on like in submit or order button, it will redirect it to the catalog page. It's nothing but request something, this one, service catalog page, it will come up. Okay, so you can go with like, and this is the appropriate one which I can say. If there is like an any script based which you just need to extend something, then you can go ahead and you can add a picture and icon as well. So anything is fine. So as a riser issue, you can go with like an help icons or else any icons which we will use depending on like an organizations, right? So you can go ahead with anything. As of now, which I'll use the image which is there in my local machine. Yesterday I have added MacBook, so I was just using the same thing. If you want more about this one, so you can type out like an help desk images. So you can use any of this one because rising an issue is something a kind of giving a support, providing a support only because we use that for like a mostly incident. So incident is something which we are going to solve the issues. Okay, so you can use any of an image over there and you can download and you can utilize it. Okay, so next go to the accessibility. So here just provide the catalog and category. Okay, so see here the category is read only. As soon as I select the catalog, okay, the category will be enabled. So service catalog lock it and then now the category. So this is what something we can use. Can we help you which we can add on? Or else other than that you can go with like an any of a category, but that should be appropriate. And if you want to add like an any view regarding this, you can add that as well. And if you want to mention the can cancel as well, canceling it, then you can click on this too and generate record data. So there is a template as well regarding this. Okay, so scripts also will be available. If I want to add any templates over here to assign like in specific static fields or something which I just need to check on, then I can use the templates as well for those. Okay, so here you can understand, define a template to assign a static field value for all records created by record producer. Okay, so which we can create a variable which are questions for those things. Okay, and here see hide attachment, mandatory attachment, hide, add to wish list. The portal settings is just like a catalog item only we have. Okay, and as soon as if I scroll down, there is all the options whatever which we discussed yesterday. Okay, so variable we have variable set, catalog UI policy, catalog client script, available for, not available for, and so on, everything which we discussed yesterday. So let me add few variables on this. Okay, so now we just need to map with the incident table, right? The fields which we just need to map. Okay, so this is one of our interview question which they will ask you. So I'm creating a record producer and the variables which I just need to map with the incident fields, what to do. Okay, so there is a map to field one checkbox over here in variable. Okay, so if I click on like a checkbox, I will get a field and the record producer table as well as a default. So here I can map the field along with this question. So this variable will map the field whatever which I have selected here. Okay, so let me go ahead with like in reference field because the user name should be added as thing. Okay, catalog item is like an rise an issue. Order you can go with like an 100. We know about this as well. So here in incident field we have a caller. Caller is nothing but the person, right? That's how which will go ahead, and record producer table is nothing but incident. Okay, so we can make it as like a mandatory as well. And the question requested for, you can add anything. Okay, and annotations we know about it, and the tooltip also you can add if you want. Okay, let me add user ID. Okay, that's the tooltip which I have added. Okay, now go to the annotations. If I want to show help and extra text as well regarding that, I can go with that too. And then type specification. So here as it is like in reference field. So let me add like in the reference table as well here. So that is a user table as it is like in reference field. So which we can go ahead with like in user table. Just select the table over there. And if you want, you can add a reference qualifier as well, and default value which we can set the default value over here, and auto population permissions you can give and availability you can give it, and then now click on submit. So now we have created one variable for this record producer, and we have mapped it to column. Okay, see requested for which we mapped to caller ID, and with the field is like in reference. Let me add one more. Okay, so map to field, and I'm going ahead with like a single line text now. Okay, and the catalog item is this. Do we have like a multi-line text as well? Yeah. So now see, I just want to add the order. So the first should come like an requested for, and the second variable should be this one. Okay, so I'm going to add like in single line text. Let me go with the single line text because he just need to give a description. What's his issue, or else we can go with a short description. Okay, so I'm mapping the single line text to short description. So whatever which he has given in this field, the variable, the input will be mapped to like a short description and incident will create. Okay, so the question, describe your issue. Okay, so I can go with like an the tooltip and example text as well. Okay, annotation specifications here. If you want, I can go with the specifications with the length, and all the options are same as before. Submit it. Okay, so if I want, I can add one more variable as well, or else if there is like a variable set for this, then I can add variable set as well. Okay, so let me add one more. So adding on like in the variables also is will get from a requirement document only. Okay, so map to field. So now I'll go with the multi-line text. You can use like an all the type as well. Okay. So now just give the order as like in 300. Still loading, I guess. Okay, so let the options come up. And I'm not making this as mandatory, only I just mentioned only two. So here, just give like in more information about issue. So if they want to add on like in more information regarding this, then it will come out. Okay, so sometimes if that is not coming up, uncheck and check it up. Okay, so while loading, it might be like in not load properly. So now I'll go with like in description. Before it was like a short description for more information about issue. If they want to go ahead with like and need to add more details regarding the issue. Okay, I'm not making it as mandatory. Okay, so now submit it. And for these things, if the requirement is something depending on like and the conditions, if I want to make mandatory read only on all this, then I can utilize catalog UI policy. If it is more than that, I can go with the client scripts as well. And you can mention available and not available too. So now we are done with like in creating a three variables. One is like in requested for, which I'm taking it as like in caller, which is reference field. Okay, and the second thing, these two are mandatory actually. Describe your issue, which I'm referring to like in short description, and that's a single line text. And then more information about issue. So I'm just giving like a description, and it is a multi-line text, which is not mandatory. I didn't mention anything over there. Okay, so let me click on like and try it and check it out how that looks. So see, this is the description I have given, the name of a record producer, the details over here, and requested for which I make it as a mandatory. Describe your issue, also single line text, which I did is mandatory, and more information about, so which is multi-line text, which I have added. So that's how it will be. Okay, so if I go back, image also added over here. So if I go back, okay, and take the Ryzen issue name and go to the portal, and you can navigate to like in service catalog, and can we help you is the category, right? You can go and you can search over here as well, or else just give your name in the search and your record producer will come up. Refresh the page. Now only I have created this one, right? So refresh it and then give it the name of a your record producer. It should come up. Why this is like a not available here? I have saved it, right? Let me add the service catalog and the category. So save site, save the form. It doesn't get saved, I guess. So refresh it. Yeah, see now I got this. Price and issue. Okay, so just open this one. And this is the record producer which we created. So service catalog is a catalog which we have done, and can we help you is a category. Under this there is a price and issue. Okay, so in record producer, see there is no order now, or else add to card and all this, right? And if I want, I can add attachments as well. If I want to make it mandatory, I can make it mandatory too. See, make attachments mandatory and save it and refresh the page. So now even this also mandatory. So indicates required, star indicates required. So it's the mandatory. Okay, so if I want to remove it, I can go back and then uncheck this and save it. And whenever you save the form, you just need to reload it whether it's working fine or not. Okay, To check it, we just need to load it. So now I'll create one record, let's say Abraham Lincoln, and describe an issue. Testing record producer. Okay, so let me add the same thing over here to description. And let me give this we have done for like in short description, right? Okay, so just for like in better understanding for you people. So I mapped this describe your issue to short description and this for description. Okay, just submit it. So now one incident will be created. So the incident which I will open over here. So this is a global search which we can open. All the records will come up. See, the caller which I have selected is Abraham Lincoln, and the short description which is testing record producer short description, and the description is this one. So if I want to add like in few more variables as well by giving a choice list, okay, so which I can go with like in drop down values, true or false. So check boxes, anything which you can go ahead. So as of now by default, so this is the one which we have created. The record producer is something by using this record producer, we generated a record, right? An incident record which we generated, or else record data record which we have did. Okay, so record producer is something. So form within a form which we are going to record produce is nothing but just a form which we are going to submit a record. So this is just a form, right, to submit incident record. So this is a form which within this we are going to utilize or else which we are going to use to generate a task record. Okay, which we are going to generate a records by using this. So the difference between like in the catalog item and the record producer is something. So here we are going to request the items, catalog items. So you can request hardware, software, or requesting an access for any applications or anything. So you are requesting something. Whereas record producer is something which we are going to produce or else which we are going to create or generate our records. Okay, so that's how here in catalog item we will receive the product to be delivered to our shipping address, or else we are getting a services of a requested things. Whereas in record producer we are getting a solution for our issue. Okay, so let's say example, I have a hardware issue and I have mentioned here the hardware issue and I have elaborated my issue and I have given a screenshot of my issue. Okay, then the team will work on my issue and they will resolve it. Okay, they will provide the services. Whereas they will provide the products or else we are requesting the items from a service now by using catalog item, goods or services which we define. Whereas record producer is something we are going to generate a records so that which we can get a services from a service now. Okay, so that's about like in the record producer. So I'll go with your questions and we have time as well. Okay, so I will discuss order guide as well today only. Yeah, go with your questions, guys. And as an assignment, just now, here I have taken as like an, incident record table, right? And while you are practicing, you take your custom table. Okay. Yeah, go with your questions. If not, let me know no questions so that I can proceed.
No questions from my end, Priyanka.
Okay. Thank you. Fine. So I hope everyone is like
Yeah, I can
clear with
proceed.
it. Yeah, good. Okay, so now keep the heading as order guide, which is something related to this catalog item only, and which is easy as well. Order guide. Order guide submits, write it down. Order guide submits a single service catalog request. Single service.
Priyanka, could you please repeat?
Yeah, I'm noting on the notepad as well. You can follow that too. I'll repeat it again. Order guide submits a single service catalog request. Submits a single service catalog request that generates several items. That generates several items. Full stop. I'll repeat again. Order guide submits a single service catalog request that generates several items. Next line. What we do here is creating the order guide, what we do here is creating the order guide, then we can order multiple catalog items with one request. Multiple catalog items can be ordered with one request. Okay, so let's discuss about this now. And there is an interview question. You just need to be very clear on this. Difference between catalog item and record producer, and record producer and order guide, and catalog item and order guide. So anything, the phrases which they can take anything. Okay, so they will ask you the difference between catalog item, record producer, and order guide. So let me put that as well after finishing this one. Okay, so now let us discuss about like an order guide. So order guide is something we are going to order multiple catalog items within a one single request. Okay, so let's say example, if I go to service catalog, so here at the same time I just need to order 3 to 4 catalog items at the same time. So one from a hardware category, other from like a software category, another from like in peripherals. So it depends on like in my requirement, right? So if I want to order multiple catalog items within a one single request, okay, then I can use catalog items. So bunch of catalog items which can be ordered at the same time and can be delivered. Okay, so now check it out like, and so if I go with like in the catalog item, so catalog item which I'm going to request item, so single item which I can go ahead. Okay, so internally for like in one specific, let's say example, laptop I ordered. So with the laptop we'll get like an for sure sometimes the headsets will get, mouse will get, right? And these things will be like provided for sure. So ignore the these kind of things, which is nothing but something which is not a main asset. Okay, so now check it out, like in whenever I order something, only single RATM will be generated. Then that is nothing but catalog item. Whereas record producer is something, whenever I submit the form, record or a task is generated. Is nothing but record producer. Whereas if I go to order guide, within a single request, I can order multiple catalog items. Okay, that's the difference between catalog item, record producer, and order guide. So catalog item is for like a single item, and then order guide is for like a multiple catalog items. Record producer is for like in generating a task-based record. Okay, so let us have a look on this as well. So let's say example, let me show you like an existing one. So only one related list is like an extra which we have in order guide, which is base role. Other than that, everything is similar, just like a catalog item only. Okay, so in order guide we have a base role. So let me go back to like and how to create an order guide. So I hope you are clear with an order guide. Order guide is something whenever I want to submit, or else whenever I want to order multiple catalog items at the same time with one single click. Okay, so then I prefer order guide. So bunch of catalog items which will be available in one single order guide. And if I order with that order guide, then all the catalog items which is available in that order guide will be done. Okay, so to do that, so to check it out, just type it out in left navigation menu, order guide. So see under service catalog, I have this order guide. So as of now, I just as a out of the box, I have like an only two. Let me go ahead with like an existing one, because everything is same as like in catalog item only. I will show you the difference between this and that. Okay, so this is the order guide actually. Okay, so order guide, this the name of an order guide is new hire. So this new hire is nothing but, let's say I have joined the organization very recently, 2 to 3 days back, and I just need to get a assert, which is nothing but laptop, and I just need to get like an account to be created for me, account creation. Okay, and if there is like a mobile phone is required for my work, then I'll go with the adding a mobile phone as well. And if there is like an anything, email access. Okay, so let's say, so in this way, so these things are like an required for every new hire. So one of a person is like an onboarded today, so he just need all this one to work with the project. And there might be like in few more as well, as an example which I have taken this. Okay, so now if I add these four into like, and if I club these four into like in one specific item, which we call it as an order guide, and if I order that order guide, and these four will be ordered. So as a, if I go with like an as a catalog item, this is one catalog item which will go with like under category. Category is like in hardware, and account creation, which we can go with like an request. Okay, mobile is also again the hardware, and email access is something with the software category will come up. Right. So individually it will take like an four requests will be created, and then four RATMs will come up, and then the workflow will run, and based on that it will go ahead. So anyhow, the person is same, and then all the you know access, or else all the catalog items will should go to like an only one person. So it's better to club or else bind all this four into like in one single order guide, and can order at a single request. Okay, so let me show you like in all the options which is available for like an order guide, and will show you how it will look like. Okay, so see here, see there is a new hire. Okay, the catalog is nothing but service catalog, and category which they have uses, can we help you? And two-step is something, this is regarding like a two-step verification thing. Okay, if they wanna do, they just need to go with like in providing the password or else the code or something. Okay, and the short description you know about it anyhow. Okay, so let me go to the right side thing. Application active, we know about it. So let us go with like a cascade variable. Okay, and there is like an expand help for all questions. So this will come whenever we are creating, catalog item actually. So let us go with like in cascade variable. So this is one of our interview question actually. So let us discuss about this. So there will be like a lot of variables for all the catalog items, right? Variables is nothing but the questions or the catalog item fields which is available. Okay, so let's say in catalog in laptop there is one variable as user will be there. Let's say example or requested for or anything. Okay, and even in account creation also there is a user variable, and then let's say organization or department, this variable is available. And in mobile number, just give this one email id. So email id you can add on like an user, and then let's say example location or something else. So here see, in laptop the common variable which I have is user, and in this catalog item I have like an user again, user variable, and in this catalog item I have again the user. Okay, so in one order guide I do have like a multiple catalog items with same variables. Okay, so now what I can do, if I check this one, if I check the cascade variable, okay, now whenever I have added the user value over here, let's say example able tutor. Okay, so I have I have filled the value as like an able tutor over here in this catalog item in order guide. Then automatically this account creation user also will be auto filled by able tutor, and then in email access catalog item also it will be automatically filled by you by the value whatever which we mentioned. As an example I have given able tutor, so this able tutor will come up. So here see, cascading variable is something, so it is going to give auto populate the field values if we have a same variables in all the catalog items. Okay, so let's say if I uncheck this one. Okay, so I just need to give the user name as like an evaluator here, and then even in this catalog item as well, and even in this catalog item as well. So the manually I just need to add those things. If I select the catalog cascade variable, then no need to add for like an all the catalog item variables if I have a same variable. Okay, if I am mentioned only once, then it will be automatically taken and it will display over there. Auto population will be there. Okay, that's about like an cascade variable. So if you're not clear, let me know. I'll repeat again. Clear?
Yes, Priyanka.
Yeah, good. So now see, we do have like an again the meta icon and picture as well, and then portal settings also will be available, just like a catalog item. And if I scroll down, see here the variables, variable set, and everything is there except this rule base. So rule base is one of our related list which is available in order guide. Okay, here we are going to add catalog items. Adding cat items into rule base is nothing but we are adding multiple catalog items into order guide, and we are going to add the catalog items over here. See here we have a by default standard laptop, developer laptop, and then monitor, new email account, Apple iPhone, Samsung Galaxy Ultra 5G, and Go VPN and desk setup. Okay, so this is the thing. If I want to add or remove any of this one, just click on like a new button and you can check it out over here. So you can go ahead with like, and you can filter depending on your stuff and you can go ahead. Okay, that is like a new which I have created. I can click on like an edit option and I can go ahead with that. Okay, so if I go with like an related list over here, we'll get a edit option as well, right? Whenever I open like a group rules, roles and everything, there is a new and edit. So if I click on edit, I can add or else I can remove any of this one. As of now, it is like an by out of the box functionality which is available, so that which I can utilize these things. Okay, so if I click on like and try it, or else if I go to like in the portal only, and if I click on new hire, let me see how that look and how we are going to order multiple catalog items on single click. Just click on new hire, and here see this is the new hire order guide actually. Okay, see the backend value of this is sc underscore cat underscore item underscore guide. Okay, so here the details will be available, and for the first one there is a variables for this, right? If I go back to the order guide of this one, okay, so if I scroll down, see the variables which I have here is 7 variables I have: hiring manager, hiring group, remote, corporate office. Okay, so which office you're just like nothing but location. Okay, standard package, laptop type, mobile device type, everything. Okay, so if I select the details, let's say hiring manager, you can go with anyone. Let's say Adela. And then what group is this person belongs to? I belongs to development. Okay, and will this be a remote employee? Yes, can go with no as well. It depends on your details. What office will they belongs to? So here just add to your location. Okay, so Green Street. And then will your employee need anything non-standard, whether you are a contract based or a permanent based? Yes or no? If it is like an yes, just go with like a device type, developer, mobile type, you can go with Android and just selecting an options over there. So now we are done with like and describing needs. We have described all our needs here. Right. And then choose options. There is a next is like a choose options. Next is summary. Okay. So if I scroll down and there is a button called next, click on this. Now we move to choose option. So now these are the options which is available. Developer laptop. If you want, we can go ahead, or else we can uncheck it. If anything which I just need to, not required, then I can uncheck those things. And here's in options, I have a star, which there is a mandatory fields is available. If I click here, the variables will come up. Okay, and this as well, the variables and the data will come up. So here, see, new account one, so preferred email address, which we can mention. Okay, so here, which I can go with like an example at the rate gmail.com. Okay, so scroll down, and for like an Apple iPhone 13 as well, there is a mandatory fields. Okay, so replacement, no, just give the monthly allowance, let's say unlimited, and the color and the storage, which we just need to go ahead. And this is done. And there is like a click on next. Now this is a summary. We are in summary. So these are the quantities which we have created, and these are the catalog items. We are in a single request whenever I click on order now. Okay, so now I'm going to get all the catalog items which is available here: laptop, standard monitor, email account, phone, and VPN and everything. Click on checkout. Requested for is nothing but who need all this. Okay, see, now I got only one request for multiple catalog items. Okay, so let's open this request and we'll check it out. You can open the request table and then you can check it. So the request table backend value is sc underscore request, or else here you can type request and you can open my request as well, or request also will come up. If I open here the request, see, these are the requests which I have created. Okay, so now let me go. So this is the Abel tutor which I have mentioned, right? If I scroll down, so how many items are there? There are 5 items, right? Which whenever I checked here, see, I have 5 items here. Okay, so 5 RATMs will be generated. If I scroll down, see here, 5 RATMs will be generated, and there is an approver as well. This is the approval. So if he approved, okay, he can right click and approve too, or else he can open the record and he can approve from here as well by adding a comments. If that is approved, for each and every all the catalog items, for all the request items, mm, one individual SC task will be generated. So if he approved that request, and then there is an RETM as well. Okay, and approvals also will be available here, and that is approved, and the catalog task will be generated. So let me show you. Let's say I'm the Eric, and I have approved it, and I can add comments as well if any. Okay, and in this RATM, if I approve, and again see here I got an approval, Rob should approve this. If he approved it, and the task will generate. So now it is in approved state. So the first level approval is like in Rob, and the second level approval is like in Bow. Even he also approved the request. Then task is generated. So they will work on this one, and they will deliver the product. Okay, so that's how the products, all the products will be like delivered to the person. So now you just need to understand order guide is something within a single request. I can order multiple items at the same time. Request item is nothing but RATM, which we call. Okay, so everything is like according to the flow it will work on, and it goes ahead. Okay, we can see the workflow and the workflow context as well. Okay, so that's how we will go ahead with like in context will be like this. If I go back to like an, show workflow, it will show where we are. Okay, so how many transactions, how many activities got passed, whether it is approved or rejected, and all the flow will be like in displayed very clearly. See here, it is begin, and then it is like an, set value, and then if the price is less than 1,000, and then it will go with like an yes, we are going to approve it. If it is like an approved, then we are going to up change the state as like an approved, then we will end it. Okay, if it is no, not than that, it is a auto upload. So then it is rejected. Okay, so that's how the blue thing, the arrow mark which you can clear. So this is the flow which it goes right now for this record. Okay, so the blue thing which you can identify. Okay, so as of now it's like in less than 1,000. So no, then it is upload automatically and it goes well. Okay, so that's how which you can check the workflows as well for them. So you just need to remember one thing. Order guide is something multiple catalog items can be ordered at a single one request. For each and every request, we'll get one single RATM. If it is like in 4 items, 4 RATMs will be created. If it is like in 5, 5. If it is like in 10, 10 will create. 10 RATMs will be created. Each RATM will go with the approvers, and that should be approved. And if there is like an approved, SC task will generate, and they will work on that, and that will be delivered. And here you might get like in one question over here. So whether all the things will be delivered at the same time or not. So it depends on like an, the organization and the protocols which they follow. So let's say example, laptop is the delivery thing which they need to do it. And account creation and then email access is something which will go with the in laptop only which they are gonna do. So these two things is nothing but about like in which they are providing an access, and then mobile and laptop should be delivered to them. So might be they can go ahead with like in these two in a single time, and these two in as like in by through mail. Okay, so it depends on like in the protocols which they follow, how they are gonna do it. As a developers, what we are gonna do, we are going to create, let's say I got a requirement that create an order guide, which should have like in only one laptop and account creation. Okay, it depends on like in the requirement, right? So we will pick up like and pick the catalog items, whatever which we have, which they have asked in rule base. Here we will add, and here from here it will go ahead actually. Okay, so order guide is something requesting multiple catalog items within a single request. Okay, so here we have like in one more as an out of the box request developer project equipment. So you can check it out this as well how they have created. Okay, so here there is like in 12 items. You can check it out. Okay, so that's how which we are going to create a order guide. Okay, so now I hope you are clear with what is catalog item, what is record producer, what is order guide. Or if not, let me know and go with your questions too. All good?
Yes, Priyanka, we need to practice
Yes.
a lot of information today.
Yeah, so record producer take your custom table, and for this order guide, just add on like in 4 to 5 catalog items randomly, and you can go ahead. Or else just get an idea how it works and everything. So that helps a lot. Okay.
Yeah, okay, Priyanka.
Yeah, sure then. So I will upload the video within few minutes. Check it out and practice well. If you have any questions, let me know then. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.
Right? Thanks.
Yeah, bye.